G'day guys, my name is Jaden. Welcome back to my channel. I'm at Beijing's capital airport, Terminal 3. Today I'm going to fly Air China Boeing 747-8 jumbo jet from here to Guangzhou. So I just arrived from Melbourne, Australia, an international flight. I've just gone through security and immigration. We've got 6 hours to kill, so let's do something. At around 4:30, we landed at Beijing Capital Airport. By the way, for the true reports from Melbourne to Beijing, it's already available on YouTube, go check it out. Once we've disembarked the aircraft from Melbourne, we had to take a people mover to the main building to clear immigration. We were among the first travellers to arrive into Beijing Capital Terminal 3 this morning, therefore the terminal wasn't busy at all. The immigration queue was short for both Chinese citizens and also foreigners. Once you've cleared immigration, follow the yellow sign that leads you to baggage claim, and also the entrance for domestic flight transfer. For Air China connecting passengers, there's no need to collect your bags at Beijing. It is tagged through to your final destination. We made it to the custom area at 4:55. The transfer area only opens at 5, so we had to stand outside for 5 minutes. Not too bad. Your bags will have to go through X-ray. This is for custom. And then you'll have to go through a regular security check before you're let into the domestic air side. In mainland China, you'll have to take out your laptop and also power bank. We're now finally in the air side. The whole process took about 30 to 40 minutes. Unfortunately today I've got no lounge access. Thankfully throughout the terminal, there are so many USB-A and also USB-C charging points. At Beijing Capital Terminal 3 domestic, there are so many restaurants and cafes, but many are still closed. Only Starbucks is open. Other big international coffee chains include Tim Hortons and Costa. I've already sat for an hour. The terminal is getting busier and busier, and more shops are opening for business. I decided to walk down for 10 minutes to check out Tim Hortons. Unfortunately, they're still closed. For Star Alliance Gold travellers, today you'll have access to the Air China First Class Lounge. I went back to the same bench I sat earlier. It's situated at a quieter part of Terminal 3. There are some complimentary Chinese newspapers, including Aviation News. And here's an article about Qantas upgrading their 737 fleet. One thing I noticed about this airport is that the floor and the seating area are kept really clean and shiny. You see cleaners throughout the terminal doing their job. From here I can see an Air China Comac 919. I think it's my first time ever seeing one. I started my journey a week ago in Hong Kong, and I was going to Australia. Both places were relatively warm, but then right now I'm going through Beijing, where the outside temperature is about 0 degrees. And I've started to feeling it right now inside the terminal, so I've put on my sleeping pajamas. I think 4 hours have passed, and finally we've got a gate for our flight to Guangzhou. It's flight number CA1315, boarding soon at gate D3. If you're departing from a D gate, you'll have to take the people mover. Within 10 minutes, we made it to the satellite building. For food and beverages, there aren't that many options in this satellite building. There's a Starbucks, Costa Coffee, Lawson convenience store, and also a noodle shop. Back in the main building, you get so many more options, including a food court. I was hoping I won't be hungry enough to spend a penny in this airport, but clearly I lost. I'm at Starbucks and I just got a coffee and also a croissant. The satellite building is eerily quiet. Not many flights depart from here at all. I was here for probably 1 hour. Only one A330 was going to Chengdu, and also our flight to Guangzhou. Looks like they send spillovers, especially the wide bodies, to this terminal. And now this is why I waited 6 hours for my flight to Guangzhou, when there's a flight departing every hour. I'm sure many of you would do the same thing. Our aircraft today is operated by an 11-year-old Air China Boeing 747-8, registration Bravo 2485. Air China operate a small but significant 747 operation. They've got 7 Boeing 747-8 and 2 -400. Boarding was a complete SHIT show. There was only one employee at the gate and I really felt for her. It was boarding free for all. No priority for business class or first class. I so happened to be at the gate taking pictures. I was actually the 4th person to board this aircraft. Chinese newspapers are available for grab outside the aircraft door. Welcome on board Air China Jumbo Jet 747-8. We're in premium economy, laid out in a 343 configuration. You would think this is economy. You're not wrong, economy is very similar. The most significant difference is the legroom. You get a lot here. I would argue it's more than some real premium economy products out there. On this short domestic flight to Guangzhou, you'll find a pillow at your seat. Blanket is available on request. Now please let me quickly go through the seat features. At every seat you'll find adjustable headrest. Here you've got a relatively tiny touchscreen TV. Underneath you've got USB port and headphone jack. Next to it a tiny little coat hook. Below the monitor you've got space for reading materials. Down here is your tray table. Because there's so much legroom and distance between your seat and the seat in front, you have to lean forward to eat. To solve that problem, they've also got a tray table inside your armrest, so every seat has 2 tray tables. On the seat back tray table you've also got a cup holder. For your comfort they've got footrest. Finally, between every 2 seats, you'll find a universal power socket. Boarding has completed. Premium economy is quite empty. Air China does have a real premium economy product. I flew that just now from Melbourne. That was on board an Airbus A350, a newer plane. On their older aircraft, they've only got a fake premium economy like this one. Our captain just got on the PA. He announced that there'll be a delay due to air traffic control. During this 1-hour delay, the cabin crew kept us informed, and I saw the flight purser walking around the cabin to greet high-tier frequent flyers. Since we've been hit by a delay, you can now take this opportunity to start browsing the in-flight entertainment. On Air China you don't get that many options, but there's enough to keep you entertained on a short-haul flight. Free Wi-Fi is only available on Airbus A350 at the moment. Here's the in-flight map. We're going to be flying from a cold climate to a hot climate. Flight duration approximately 3 hours. Our cabin crew are walking up and down the aisle non-stop to give out water and also to check on us. One very observant crew member saw my water bottle and asked if I needed a refill.
同时，全程禁止使用充电宝，以电池移动电源跟电子设备充电应安全检查。Dear all passengers, note that we are almost ready for takeoff.
Hello, welcome on board 747-8 Lavatory. You'll find 4 lavatories just behind Premium Economy. It is shared with Economy. In every lavatory you'll find a coat hook. For your convenience, hand lotion is available. That's something I always appreciate when I fly, because the humidity on some aircraft is incredibly dry. Also look at this lavatory. Some passengers don't belong on an airplane.
A pleasant cabin environment. Please avoid any public audio output on board to ensure our passengers can travel comfortably and safely.
I just reclined my seat and I also took out a footrest. It's actually a very comfortable seat. As I said earlier, every seat here has 2 tray tables. One is at the seat back in front of me, and the second tray table is hiding inside the armrest. Hypothetically, you could place your meal tray at the tray table closer to you, and maybe your laptop or iPad at the tray table further away from you. Half an hour after takeoff, the crew began the service. So for now, it's only a round of drinks. They've got soft drinks, coffee, tea, and juice.
如果有事需要帮助，请及时与空航乘务员联系。希望服务能顺利履行快，谢谢。Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. I'm glad to be in your service. Now we are flying at the altitude of 1,600 meters with cruising speed of 800 km/h. Our total flight time is about 2 hours and 15 minutes. We expect to arrive at our destination at about 1:40 p.m. We will return to plane fasten your seatbelt. If there is anything we can do for you, please call the cabin attendants. We hope you enjoy the flight. Thank you.
The crew now come back to offer us hot food. Today they've got 2 options. One is chicken rice and the other one is beef rice. I went for the chicken rice option. Every meal comes in a box. It's actually a full meal. Along with your hot meal, you get a range of side items. Looks like a rather good meal for a short domestic flight. Now let's dig into it. So here we've got bread roll. For dessert we got mousse cake. Here's the chicken rice. As you can see, it comes with a lot of sauce. And here's a packet of sour marinated vegetables. We've also got plain yogurt. It's actually quite a lot here. Now let's see if it's any good. Oh wow, look at the chicken thigh. It comes with the chicken skin attached. The chicken was super tender and juicy. The sauce went so well with the rice. I enjoyed it very much. I wasn't hungry anymore, but my mouth was itchy. So when the crew took away the rubbish, I asked if I could try the beef rice if they've got any left, so that I could do another taste test and, eat more food. Compared to the chicken, the beef is actually a little bit spicy. They've also probably got the same budget for the chicken and beef rice. Beef is more expensive, and so therefore they've got less beef. Like the chicken rice, it was tender and juicy, but overall I prefer the chicken, just my very own preference. For the rest of the flight to Guangzhou Baiyun, I relaxed really comfortably at this seat, and before landing into Baiyun, I checked out the lavatory again. This one is a lot cleaner. And just like that, we've started our descent into Guangzhou Baiyun International Airport. Let me quickly conclude this trip report right here, right now. At Beijing Capital Airport, if you're transferring between international and domestic flights, there's no need to claim your bags, but you do need to go through immigration and security. A pretty straightforward process. Once airside, you've got so many food options, and for those without lounge access, they've got so many PowerPoints throughout the terminal. Boarding for this flight to Guangzhou was on time, but they were so understaffed at the gate. There was only one gate agent handling the flight, a Boeing 747 as well, and she could not manage. She boarded the whole aircraft in one go. There was no priority boarding for first class, business class, or frequent flyers. Not that I was going to get priority boarding, but it really sucks for those who will otherwise get priority boarding. Service on this flight was fantastic. The crew were really friendly and genuine. Many passengers got a shock when they boarded this aircraft. They saw it was double deck, and also they saw the staircase as they boarded. Everybody was taking pictures and videos, and the cabin crew were really open about it. The crew offered to take pictures for travelers. They also told people at the lower deck they could check out the upper deck. Also during the delay, the cabin crew kept us informed, and the purser was really observant. If she sees anyone with a bottle of water, she'll ask if they wanted a refill. I really appreciated that proactive approach in service. As for the in-flight meal today, the chicken rice was really tasty. Beef rice was alright as well. Overall, it was a fantastic meal for a 3-hour domestic hop. Now finally for the seat, it was basically just economy, but with lots of legroom. So definitely not the best seats out there, but indeed it was quite comfortable. There was one tiny little drawback. Because there was a tray table inside the armrest, you can't lift it. So if you've got the whole row like myself, you can't lie down flat. Alright, so that's it for the conclusion today. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Please don't forget to like, comment and share, and most importantly, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so. Your subscription will motivate me to do more videos like this one. And don't leave just yet, because after landing, there'll be a vlog of Nagasaki, Japan Part 2. Please enjoy the approach and landing into Guangzhou Baoyun, and I'll see you later. Welcome to Nagasaki, Japan. For Nagasaki Vlog Part 1, you'll find it in this trip report. I'm travelling with 2 Australians, and they can't survive or function without coffee. So we found our way to the wharf, where you'll find plenty of restaurants and cafes. It was so funny, I was the only Asian customer in the cafe. I can't believe my eyes, the canal is so clear. I don't know if it's allowed, but if it is, I will definitely swim here in summer. Our next destination is the Hollander Slope. Next stop is the Glover Garden. Up there is a Western style house. It's the oldest Western style house in Japan. The view up here is quite unique. It reminds me of Hong Kong, how so many residences are built on the mountains. It also reminds me of the Adelaide Hills. I'm now inside the garden. There's a small fee to pay to get in, and it's absolutely worth it. Everyone in Japan, including pigeons, are so friendly. If you reach your arm out, the pigeons would land on you. We're now inside the house in which Thomas Glover used to live in. He was a Scottish guy. He started his shipping career with Jardine, a British conglomerate now based in Hong Kong. With that job with Jardine, he lived in Shanghai. In 1857, he moved from Shanghai to Nagasaki to buy Japanese green tea, and then he founded his own company, Glover & Co. His company was based in Nagasaki. so he built his house there. He basically lived in Japan for the rest of his life. In 1911, he died in Tokyo at his home. We were walking to the bus station to get back to our hotel. On the way, we walked past the old HSBC branch. Today, this is the largest Western-style building in Nagasaki. The bank is no longer here, it's now a museum. This Hong Kong British Bank played an important role in Japan. It provided the Japanese government with assistance and advice on the introduction and adoption of the yen as the national currency. This building really caught my eye because it looks like any other buildings in Hong Kong in the past which no longer exist. I swear to God, when I saw that building and before I realized it was a former HSBC branch, I was telling 6'4", that looked like any other old building in Hong Kong. We went back to the hotel briefly, had sushi afternoon tea downstairs, went out off to more sightseeing.
Long 5-minute trip through the sky to the 333-meter peak of Mount Inasa. This gondola was designed by the world-famous industrial designer.
We're at the top of Mount Inasa, where you enjoy one of the top 3 best night views in the world. That's according to the ranking in 2012. The other 2 places are Hong Kong and Monaco. There was a new ranking in 2021. Nagasaki and Monaco are still there. Shanghai replaced Hong Kong. It was lovely to be here even during the day. I can't imagine how it is during the night. From the top we can see Hilton, Nagasaki Station and also Marriott. I'm now panning to the HSBC branch which we saw earlier.
Oh, for God's sake.
We hope you will enjoy the World Heritage Sites on.
So guys, thank you so much for watching today's vlog and also trip report. Hope you enjoyed all the content today. A big shout out and thank you to all my patrons for your contribution to my channel. Your support is greatly appreciated. As always, I'll see you guys next week. Take care and bye bye.